Good morning out there. I am coming to you live from the Philippines, from Antipolo, Rizal. Um, and my ministry called Ministry to the Philippines. And I have a project that I'm doing here in the Philippines, in Antipolo, Rizal, and around the Philippines. Before I start my teaching, I want to talk about the purpose of this ministry to the Philippines. The purpose of this ministry is to reach the Filipino people and the kids here. God gave me the ministry back in 2016. And he told me, and I told him, where do you want me to go? He said, the Philippines. And then I met my wife, Evelyn, right after that. Right after that. And then he told me to get my backpack and come. God, every step of the way, got me ready to come to the Philippines. The devil tried his best to stop me by having my family say all this stuff. Let me iterate. My mom's family saying all this stuff to try to stop me from coming here. But my purpose was to come here to do what God called me to do here.
I have some vocal oats there.
Okay. Okay, good. A little? Okay, that's cool. Thank you, babe. My wife Evelyn is so sweet. She's the reason why I came here. To be with her. And to help her family. And I'm here. And the purpose and the goal of the ministry to the Philippines is to be able to do things for this country.
You move that first. There, you put it there. There.
Okay.
Wait first. There, at the.
Okay. Move, yeah. Oh, thank you, babe.
Okay, you can.
I'm okay, babe. I'm just gonna swag this. Just give me 1 second.
Do it now, or you can
Oh yeah.
like that one and then.
Mm.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm. Warm my insides. Mm. Mm.
You is great.
Mm.
That's enough. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you, sweetheart.
Um,
I had to take a little commercial break. And now I'm coming to California to be able to. I'm doing a campaign for the Philippines in California, probably May, June, or July, somewhere around there. I don't know when I'll be in California, but I'll be using the seniors' places there to do it. So enough with the announcement. Now let's do my teaching on marriage now. Marriage is a source union between a man and a woman, and ordained by God in the sight of God. When two people marry, they become one flesh. It's between a man and a woman, not between man and man, woman and woman. It's between man and woman. Let me set the record straight for you. God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, not Eve and Susie or Eve and whatever. He made Adam and Eve, man and woman. But the devil twisted it and made it so that, I'm just gonna leave that. Hebrews 13:4. I don't want to go too deep into it because marriage should be honored by all, and the marriage bed kept pure, for God will judge adulterers and the sexual immorality. It says marriage should be honored by all. Marriage is an honorable thing. Okay. When it's, for God would judge the adulterers and the sexual immorality. In other words, God hates adultery, God hates sexual immorality, and God will judge those two. In other words, adultery is when people go messing around. Sexual immorality is things like pornography, sexual immorality is things like immoral things. Okay, let's break it down. Immoral sexual immorality. Immoral. Immoral means like things like pornography, um, lusting after other women, looking at things on the computer, looking at things on TV. That's a way of cheating too. But at the beginning of creation, God made them male and female. For this reason, man would leave his mother and father and unite unto his wife, and they will become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one. Therefore, what God has joined together, let the body separate. Sometimes the devil can use outside influence to try to destroy a marriage. Sometimes the enemy can use another woman to come into the picture. Sometimes he can use somebody to speak evil over the marriage. A lot of things to decide to destroy marriage. For this reason, a man will leave his father and his mother. So the thing repeated here. I said, but I am talking about Christ in the church, however, each one of you also having loved his wife as he loves himself, and his wife will respect her husband. Okay, I'm gonna say this. How can a wife respect her husband knowing that the husband's out there doing crazy stuff? The man had to do his part before the woman do her part. If a man's out there cheating, having an affair, all that kind of stupid stuff, how is it affecting his wife to respect that? First Corinthians 7:15. Now, for this matter, right about it is good for a man. Well, to single people. But since there is no but since there is so much immorality, each man should have his own wife, and each woman her own husband. The husband should fulfill his moral duty to his wife. Likewise, the wife to her husband. Well, Wives, in the same way, be submissive to your husbands, so that if any believe in the world of their wives, husband, the same way, be considerate as you live with your wife, and trust them and treat them with respect, like the weaker partner, and heirs with you of the grace gift of life, so that nothing will hinder your prayers. So the husband had to honor his wife no matter what. Because if you don't, your prayers could be hindered. Period. Separation and divorce. Separation and divorce. Here we go. Matthew 5:32. It has been said, anyone who divorces his wife, that's what the Pharisees tempted Jesus with. But Jesus said, but I tell you that anyone who divorces his wife except for marital unfaithfulness and cause her to commit adultery, and others who marries. Now, if you divorce your wife, it will give her the same thing to commit adultery too. Right? Do the same. Now to a man I give you command, not I, but the law. A wife must not separate from her husband, but if she does, she must remain unmarried. And also, and a husband must not divorce his wife. What Paul is saying here in 2 Corinthians 7:10-6, he's saying, not me. In other words, what Paul is saying, not me. I don't give this command, but God gives this command that a husband must not divorce his wife. See, I live by this. That's how I became faithful to my wife, Evelyn, because I live by this. I ain't going to hell for nobody. A woman is bound to her husband as long as he's peaceable. But after the husband dies, then that's a different story. But he must belong to judges. She is the helper. Okay, now on this having this here. Now, Malachi 2:4, you ask why. Is it the Lord is acting as the witness between you and the wife of your youth? because you have broken faith with her. She is your partner, the wife. Okay, here it is. Very important. Malachi 2:14-6. You ask why. It is but the Lord that acts as a witness between you and your wife. So God is a witness. When you stand at the altar, is the wife and the husband, the one that's giving the, and then God being the witness of it. In other words, God puts a stamp of approval. And a contract is always a third party. Okay, think about it. Think about it. There's the person that's standing there, the husband, wife, and God being the third party. In the marriage, God always had to be in the center of the marriage in order to make the marriage. The family that prays together, You ask why? It is because the Lord is a witness between you and your wife. Because you have broken faith with her, though she is your partner, the wife of your marriage covenant. He not made one flesh and spirit. They are his. And why? One, because he was seeking godly offering. So guard yourself in the spirit, in your spirit, and do not break. Okay, guard yourself in the spirit, and do not break faith with your wife, your youth. I hate divorce, God of Israel, and I hate a man's covering himself with violence, as with and with his garment, the self and spirit. Okay. In other words, if a person divorces his wife, that things will follow. For have a successful life, your prayers won't be answered. Because think about it. When God's not pleased with something, things won't go right. Because some days, like, yeah, babe, I'm just.
Right now. Right now.
That was some good tea, babe. Thank you. My Evelyn makes some good tea. Oh, man. Some Pharisees came to him to test him. They asked, is it lawful for a man to divorce his? Now, this is a Pharisee, the teacher of the law. coming to Jesus and asking him. Some Pharisees came to him to test him. They test Jesus a lot with all these crazy questions, but Jesus always answers all of them. For a man to divorce his wife, and the reason, have you not read? He replied that at the beginning of creation, made the man and the female, and said, for this reason, man would leave his mother.
You can use this at your back.
Oh, thank you, babe. You're so sweet.
No. This I didn't even open that this.
Okay. You're so sweet. Thank God for my wife. Thank you, babe. For this reason, a man will leave his mother and father and be united with his wife, and two become one flesh. So they're no longer two but one. Therefore, what God has joined together, let them not separate. And when they asked, did Moses command that a man give his wife a? But Jesus replied, Moses permitted you to divorce her because of the hardness of your heart. But it is not this way from the beginning. I tell you that anyone who divorces his wife except for marital unforgiveness. Here's the important part. But I tell you that if anyone who divorces his wife except for marital unfaithfulness and marries another woman commits adultery. In other words, even as your wife is doing whatever, you're still gonna stay because if you marry another, you commit adultery. But a man is an exception to the rule. Okay, there's always an exception to the rule. Now, you have your husband, and yeah, then you have a right. If he goes off, and another one, and then that woman has a right to I'm almost we can go through a couple and I'll be done for today. Then I'm not going to go through everything at the same time. Adultery is a violation of the covenant of marriage. S involves with sexual morality, where the person the violation with sexual morality with the person to whom one is not married. With the person to whom one is not married, it is a sin against God, the violation of the marriage vow. That treats the family and so adultery is a sin against God, against the Holy Spirit, against one's spouse and oneself. Willfully sexual immorality with a person to whom so in other words, while you're on that computer looking at stuff that you shouldn't be watching, looking at women, in other words, it will destroy your marriage vow. Because the Bible clearly says, if you look at a woman to lust in your heart, Jesus said you commit adultery in your heart. One of the commandments is thou shalt not commit adultery. Wow. 1 Corinthians 6, 9, and 10 is very important. It says, do you not know that the wicked will not inherit the kingdom of heaven? Did you not know? Do not be deceived. Neither the sexual morality, nor adulterers, idolaters, and adulterers, nor male prostitutes, or homosexual offenders, nor thieves, nor greed, or drunkenness, or slanderers will not inherit the kingdom of heaven. Those that watch pornography, those that does that stuff will not go to heaven. No adulterers, no prostitutes, no homosexuality, none of that stuff. So what you want me to reprove it to you in scripture? I can reprove it to you in scripture. Okay. Here it is right here. Look at Donald Trump. Look at Donald J. Trump right now. Donald Trump lost his wife, lost his daughter. Why? Why did that happen to him? Because he committed adultery. What profits a man to gain this whole world? What profits a man to gain prosperity of the world, all the fame, all the fortune, and everything, and lose his soul? He lost his wife, he lost his. Because he was too busy. He was too busy getting busy, and he was too busy with his campaign. He was too busy with his lies and deception and all that kind of stuff that he was doing. Caught up with them finally until he lost. Look, now his wife left him now. His daughter left him now. And now he don't have no favor anymore. You know why? Because God doesn't bless that stuff. God doesn't bless no mess. We're too busy. And Trump can't blame nobody but himself for that. One, here it is. Revelations 12, verse 8. Says, but the cowardly, unbelieving, murderer, sexual immorality, scorners, by adulterers, and all liars shall have their part in a lake of fire that burns with a second death. Which means that those people who forfeit the gospel, cowardly people, will not go to heaven. Unbelievers will not go to heaven. Murderers will not go to heaven. Sexual immorality will not go to heaven. Doing immoral things like watching pornography, while your wife's in the kitchen, you're in the computer. Every man is guilty of that.
Tali ka ng book doon. Supply ka. Supply ka doon. Supply ko.
But I know he closed the door because he wanted to hear my mouth, but that's okay. That's okay. But a man who commits adultery lacks judgment. Whoever does so destroys himself. Blows and disgrace are a lot, and his shame will never be wiped away. That means he'll carry that guilt for the rest of his life. Those people that commit adultery, the guilt will be there. So, the flee from sexual immorality, all other sins a man could sin outside his body, but he who sins sexually sins against his body. And this is the one I will tell you about. You have heard that it was said, do not commit adultery with Jesus. But I tell you, anyone that looks at a woman to lust has already committed adultery with her in his heart. So, just went in with that one. Man, babe, that plant is growing. Babe, that plant is growing. You should put like a little wire on there. To keep it together. Father, pray for every marriage. And God takes the marriage vow seriously. Because when you vow something and don't keep it, so I take that seriously.